The first alert came at 10:48 p.m. Most people in the boroughs ignored it. Weather alerts were common that time of year. Heavy rain, flash flooding, high winds. Nothing unusual. At least, not at first. Marcus Vale was sitting at his kitchen table when his phone vibrated against the wood. A sharp emergency tone filled the apartment. He looked down. A severe weather warning. Remain indoors until 12 a.m. Marcus glanced toward the window. Outside, the city looked calm. No rain. No wind. No thunder. Just quiet streets beneath orange streetlights. He swiped the alert away. Then his television muted itself. The screen went black. White text appeared across it. Weather alert updated. Marcus frowned. The message remained for 3 seconds, then disappeared. His phone buzzed again. A severe weather warning? Do not open exterior doors during thunder? Marcus stared at the screen. There had been no thunder. Then, somewhere far away across the city, thunder rolled. Low, slow, too delayed, as if the sky had waited for the alert to finish. Marcus stood up from the table. Across the hall, someone opened their apartment door. A woman called out, "Did everyone get that?" Another neighbor answered, "Yeah, weird storm thing." Marcus walked toward his window. The street outside was still dry. No one was running for shelter, no umbrellas. No storm. Then every phone in the building buzzed at once. He heard it through the walls, through the floor, through the hallway. A chorus of emergency tones. Marcus looked down at his phone. The alert had changed. A severe weather warning. First disappearance expected at 11:03 p.m. He stopped breathing for a moment. The hallway went silent. Then someone laughed nervously outside his door. First what? Marcus opened his apartment door. Several residents stood in the hallway, phones in hand. Everyone had received the same message. First disappearance expected at 11:03 p.m. Nobody knew what it meant. Nobody wanted to say the word out loud. Then the building lights flickered. Once. Twice. The hallway intercom crackled. Calm automated voice spoke overhead. Residents are advised to remain inside. The voice paused. Do not verify weather conditions manually. Marcus looked toward the window at the end of the hall. A younger man from apartment 6B walked toward it. Verify weather conditions manually, he repeated. What does that even mean? He pulled back the curtain. The emergency alert screamed from every phone at once. Do not check the windows during thunder. The man froze. Thunder rolled again outside. This time closer. The hallway lights went out. For 3 seconds, everything was dark. When the lights came back on, the man at the window was gone. The curtain still moved slightly, but he was not there. No sound, no scream, no broken glass. Just empty space where he had been standing. Someone in the hallway whispered, 11:03. Marcus checked his phone. 11:03 p.m. The intercom clicked again. First disappearance confirmed. People began shouting all at once. Apartment doors slammed. Locks turned. Someone started crying. Marcus stepped backward into his apartment and shut the door. His phone buzzed again. Weather alert updated. Second disappearance expected at 11:17 p.m. Location, east-facing unit. Marcus slowly looked toward his living room window. His apartment faced east. The city outside had changed. Rain now fell in sheets against the glass. But there was still no wind. The rain came straight down. Perfectly vertical. Like strings. Like the sky had been cut open. His television turned on by itself. A weather radar map filled the screen. The boroughs appeared in red. Not storm red. A dark, pulsing red that spread block by block. Then the map zoomed into Marcus's neighborhood. Then his street. Then his building. Then his floor. Marcus backed away. The radar displayed a blinking dot over apartment 6D, his apartment. A caption appeared beneath it. Weather event approaching? Marcus grabbed the remote and turned the TV off. The screen stayed on. The radar zoomed closer. Now it showed the inside of his apartment. A flat blueprint view. Kitchen. Hallway. Bedroom. Living room. And inside the living room, a second blinking dot appeared beside him. Marcus turned around. Nothing was there. The alert tone screamed from his phone. Weather alert? Do not stand beside yourself? Marcus stared at the message. Then the television radar showed the second dot move closer. In the apartment, the floor behind him creaked. Marcus turned sharply. Empty room. The radar dot moved again. Closer. Another creak, this time directly behind him. Marcus stepped away from the living room window. The second dot stopped, then vanished. The phone buzzed again. Second disappearance delayed. Marcus's hands were shaking now. Delayed. Not canceled. Delayed. Across the hall, someone pounded on his door. Marcus? It was Mrs. Keene from 6A. Marcus, please open up. He moved toward the door, then stopped. The alert returned. Do not open your door during a delay. Mrs. Keene knocked harder. Please. My husband is missing. Marcus looked through the peephole. Mrs. Keene stood alone in the hallway, soaked from head to toe. That made no sense. She had been inside the building. Her hair dripped onto the carpet. Her clothes clung to her skin. Rainwater pooled around her bare feet. She looked up toward the peephole and smiled. Marcus backed away. His phone buzzed. Weather alert updated. Rainfall has entered the building. The hallway carpet outside his door darkened slowly. Water seeped beneath the frame. Not much, just enough to spread across the floor. Then came thunder again, so loud the apartment windows trembled. The television changed from radar to live footage. A city street. Empty. Rain pouring beneath orange lights. At the bottom of the screen, live weather camera 12. Marcus recognized the street immediately. It was outside his building. Then a person appeared in frame. Standing motionless in the rain, the missing man from the hallway window. Apartment 6B, he stood beneath a streetlight, facing the camera. Completely dry, the rain fell around him. But not on him. Then another figure appeared beside him. Mrs. Keene's husband. Then another. And another. People from nearby buildings. All standing still beneath the rain. The weather alert returned. Second disappearance expected at 11:17 p.m. 10 seconds remaining. Marcus looked at the clock. 11:16. His television camera slowly tilted upward. From the street to the building. To the 6th floor. To his window. Marcus dropped to the floor. His phone buzzed. Do not let the weather see you watching. The TV image showed his living room window from outside. The camera pushed closer. 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 Rain streaked across the screen. Then Marcus saw himself. Not in the apartment. Outside the window. Standing on the fire escape. Looking in. The version of Marcus outside raised one hand and tapped the glass. Once. Twice. 3 times. Marcus covered his mouth. Thunder rolled. The lights went out. When they came back on, the television displayed one line. Second disappearance confirmed. Marcus was still there, breathing hard on the floor. Then his phone buzzed. Not the emergency alert this time. A text message. Unknown number. You were not the second. He stared at it. Another message appeared. You were the delay. From somewhere above him, a woman screamed, then stopped. The building intercom crackled. Residents are advised not to count missing occupants. A new weather alert appeared. Third disappearance expected at 11:31 p.m. Because false shelter. Marcus whispered, What is false shelter? The apartment answered, not a voice. A sound. His bedroom door opened slowly by itself. The room beyond looked wrong. The bed was gone. The lamp was gone. The walls were gone. Only rain. Dark rain falling inside an impossible open space. His phone buzzed. Do not enter rooms where it is raining. Marcus slammed the bedroom door shut. The knocking returned from the hallway. Mrs. Keene again. Marcus. Her voice sounded calmer now. Too calm. It stopped raining out here. The peephole darkened. Something was blocking it from the other side. Then another voice spoke through the door. The missing man from 6B. You should check the window. A third voice joined them. Unknown. Flat. Almost automated. Severe weather conditions have improved. Marcus backed into the kitchen. Every appliance turned on at once. Microwave, oven display, coffee maker, digital clock. Each screen showed the same countdown. 11:31 p.m. Third disappearance. 2 minutes. The television switched back to radar. This time the entire building was gone from the map. Only a blank square remained where Eastmere Tower should have been. The alert tone sounded again. Tesla weather alert. Building no longer recognized as shelter. Marcus ran to the bathroom. No windows. No exterior door. He locked himself inside and sat in the bathtub with his phone clutched in both hands. The countdown continued. 30 seconds. 20. 10. Then thunder struck directly overhead. The bathroom mirror fogged over instantly. Words appeared across the glass. Shelter status, false. The bathtub drain began dripping upward. Water rose from the drain, but not like normal water. It floated, droplets lifting into the air. The phone buzzed. Third disappearance confirmed, but Marcus was still there. For 1 second, he almost felt relief. Then he heard crying from inside the mirror. He looked up. His reflection was gone. In its place was a hallway filled with rain. People stood inside it, the missing residents, all facing away from him. Then, one by one, they turned. Marcus shut his eyes. The emergency alert screamed again. Do not acknowledge reflections during active weather. He crawled out of the bathroom without looking back. The apartment was dark now. The television still glowed in the living room. A weather reporter appeared on screen. Noda Studio. No desk. Just a woman standing in the rain on an empty street. Her face was blurred by static. She spoke calmly. Tonight's storm system is moving east. The screen showed Marcus's building behind her. Every window was dark, except his. The reporter continued. Residents who remain indoors may still be selected. Marcus shook his head. No. The reporter paused, then slowly turned toward the camera. Selection does not require exposure. His phone buzzed again. Final weather alert. Do not listen for your name. The television volume rose. The reporter looked directly into the camera. Marcus Vale. He covered his ears. The apartment intercom repeated it. Marcus Vale. His phone displayed it. Marcus Vale. The kitchen appliances flashed it. Marcus Vale. From the hallway, every voice outside his door whispered it together. Marcus Vale. Then all sound stopped. The rain outside stopped too. The silence was worse. His phone screen went black. Then one final alert appeared. Weather event passed. Total disappearances, 4. Marcus stared at the number, 4. He counted in his head. The man from 6B, Mrs. Keene's husband. The woman upstairs. That was 3. The 4th had to be him, but he was still there. The television went black. For several seconds, the apartment was silent. Then the screen turned on again. A live weather camera showed the street outside. The missing residents stood beneath the orange streetlights. 4 figures. The man from 6B, Mrs. Keene's husband. The woman from upstairs. And Marcus. Standing beside them, looking directly into the camera, the real Marcus slowly backed away. His phone buzzed one final time. Do not go outside to verify. The next morning, the weather report said no storm had passed through the boroughs. No rainfall recorded. No lightning strikes. No emergency warnings issued. But Marcus Vale was gone. His apartment door was locked from the inside. His phone was found on the kitchen table, still displaying one alert. Severe weather warning. Next system expected tonight. And across the street, on the local news weather camera, a man who looked exactly like Marcus stood beneath an orange streetlight. Dry. Motionless. Waiting. If you want more mystery stories where the systems around you start behaving like they know you, subscribe to 10-Minute Mysteries. And if this made you wonder what happens when public warnings stop being warnings and start choosing people / the previous story, the subway announcements started naming passengers. Because once a system knows your name, the next question is whether it's warning you or calling you next.